Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto. Hope you're having a great day. There's a lot to unpack today, so let's just get into it. You have SEC Commissioner Hester Peirce, and I want you to remember that name, and that's because she is somebody that could very well become the next chairman of the SEC. And she does not like how things are going over there. She has an issue with, regulation by enforcement. And she also has an issue with lack of transparency and the ambiguity of the regulations as they are right now. Basically, she's saying you're setting traps for people, and that's not helping the industry. It's not helping any industry. Next up is India is starting to test their digital rupee today. That's a big deal because they think it's going to have a significant positive impact on not their global economy, but their, country's economy. And I'm sitting back and I'm kind of going, could. Now, given the number of crypto firms that are located in India, it's surprising that they actually do not have a good outlook toward the cryptoverse. But who knows? Let's see how this goes, and let's see if, what they think happens. I think that, if they're thinking it's going to be a panacea and help them thwart crypto in their country, I think they're barking up the wrong tree. Crypto's not going anywhere. It's going to be here for the next God knows how long, and I'm happy about that. Per a Bloomberg report, Tether had a case that was being investigated by the US Department of Justice. That case, went dormant for a while. Now it's been handed over to a new team. That ought to get you thinking. If this report is true, Tether could be in for a world of hurt. What that hurt is, don't know yet, but we'll see. I'm just hoping that it doesn't lead to a depegging from the dollar. Yeah, that would be a bit more impactful. OpenSea used to be the biggest, baddest NFT marketplace on the planet. Guess what? It's not anymore. Okay? They're experiencing big time drops. I mean, it could still be, but I don't think it is. It's experiencing huge volume drops. And also it reflects in the pricing of NFTs listed in its marketplace. Now, I expect there to be continued drops only because you have more NFT marketplaces popping up all over the place, as well as different kinds of utility for NFTs, which is going to lead, I believe, to specialized marketplaces. That is more than interesting, because it says that something like memberships could be traded, things like that. You're talking about utilities, and use cases that could really pop up and change how people think of NFTs, not just trading artwork anymore. Elon this morning made it completely clear that DOGE is a part of the future of Twitter. In his normal way, he posted a picture of a Shiba Inu wearing a Twitter t-shirt. Cute picture, but the message was loud and clear. Very much loud, very much clear. And it sent Dogecoin spiking today. Now it's come back down, it's receded a bit, but it's still established a new low. And I think that new low, which is higher than where it was at 6 cents, I think now it's going to hover around 13 cents plus. That is going to be a lot of fun as you start to hear about more things that are going on at Twitter and how Doge can actually be carried forward and carried onward and upward. I'll finish with this one. A while ago, I had noted that Huobi Global was looking to offload 60% of the crypto exchange. The idea was that originally it was that, Sam Bankman-Fried was interested in acquiring that piece. Unfortunately, it looked like nothing happened with Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX, and Justin Sun of, let's say, Tron notoriety got involved. He was actually advising the exchange on what to do. Well, now when you look at it, you're kind of like, why do we get involved with this guy? Because now Colin Wu, which is a very well-known journalist in China, is saying that, listen, it's highly possible that there are big layoffs coming. There are already executive resignations, and that's not good. Not good enough that they actually put out a presser that said, hey, listen, that's not what's going on here. Our finances are fine. If you're talking about your finances, if you have to release a press release that says your finances are good, usually that means it's not good. Not good at all. And that's a big exchange, a very big exchange with a lot of reach. If they were to go under, it would add to Justin Sun's notoriety in the in the cryptoverse. It would also demonstrate that, hey, you could be looking at another slow moving train wreck, which would mean another player gets taken off the table, other players swoop in to try to snatch up assets if they can. So that's going to be interesting to watch kind of play out. If it plays out the way I think it's going to play out, Huobi Global won't be global anymore. Anyway, there's a lot more to get into. Let's get to the numbers. First, I wanted to show you something. Market Watch is a place that has some really good information, right? And one of the pieces of information that I use on a daily basis to kind of keep up with everything is the US economic calendar. And the reason why is because it shows you, hey, these are the things that are going to be reported, such as tomorrow, you're going to have a report you're going to have a press release, an announcement from the FOMC about what they're doing. Remember what I said, BlackRock seems to think that there's going to be at least a little bit of a pivot. If there is, that's going to send the stock market up, and most likely it's going to send the cryptoverse up. Why? Because that means all that money that's sitting on the sidelines is going to re-enter both spaces. That's what I'm thinking, is that it's highly possible that you could still get the 75 basis point jump, right? Or increase. That could very much happen. But what they say matters possibly even more than that increase, because they could say, well, we're doing this increase because it was already planned and it's already kind of baked into the market. But our next increase, maybe it's only 50 basis points, or we think it'll be decreased. They might not name a number, but they could say, oh, we think it could be decreased. That's what I find to be very interesting, and that's what I'm listening for. So all the numbers that we're looking at right now in terms of coin values and things like that, I'm paying attention to what everything is, but I'm waiting for that announcement, because that's going to tell me for the next period of time what's going to go on both in stocks and cryptos. The fear and greed index is at about 30. And I get it, you're hovering around just fear. Luckily, it's not extreme fear, which would be, that dark all the way to the left piece right there. So good stuff so far. Don't need DeFi Llama. But if you look at, Bitcoin as it is right now, it's still trading within my inner band. As you know, my inner band is depicted by the green lines, and then my outer band is depicted by the blue lines. This has been the most recent low. This was the most recent high. Now, if you kind of see what's going on right now, we're kind of stair-stepping. We're stair-stepping, just basically moving laterally, then jumped up and kind of, went up really high, came back down. Now we seem to be just kind of, again, moving laterally. So I'm trying to see if that's going to establish a new, kind of foundation from where we can go up higher, or is it going to introduce another time for DCAing? Remember, dollar cost averaging is your friend. By a little bit over a period of time, everything averages out, but you wind up going up. That's the way I look at it. That's how me and my kids do our investments. Now, looking at the big picture, you can see that DOGE is currently trading at about 13.56 cents. Kind of nice. You can also see that BTC is at 20,465. It kind of likes being above 20,000. That's a good thing. I don't know if you've noticed, but Ethereum has quietly set a new low. It's quietly set a new low, and it's kind of trying to establish itself at about 15,000 or even 1450. That is a great thing, because it's saying, well, we're going to maintain. It's going to maintain here, and we're just going to keep incrementally going up. Something else that I noticed is XRP is still playing around in the mid 40s. That is a good thing. Something else that I'm paying attention to is Shiba Inu quietly moving up. Now, there was news from Satoshi Kusama saying, hey, we've got news coming and you're probably going to like it. That's awesome. And the reason why it's awesome is because he's saying, well, we've got more news coming, which is why it's been slowly bumping up. bump up, maintain, bump up, maintain. Now you saw it, you can see right here that there was a little bit of profit taking, but then it started going up again. These are the things that I pay attention to when I do my investments. And I think you should pay attention to that as well. Anyway, this is Eddie J on crypto. If you like what I'm doing, let me know. Have a good one. Bye-bye.